But to one of our great favourites now here at Broad Radio. We love her on the radio. We love her on television. We love her on her podcast, Bang On. And we particularly love the new series of Spicks and Specks on ABC Telly. And it's such a thrill to welcome back to Broad Radio our very own Myf Warhurst. Can I call you our very own Myf Warhurst, Myfy?
Of course you can, Tracee, as long as I get to call you my very own Tracee Hutchison.
So good to talk with you. Hey, I just played, I'm not sure whether or not the call had gone through, but I just played a track from Gordy, and you would have been all over this story this week about how Gordy ended up performing for Chris Martin in a sort of a private event. You know, he loves Chris Martin from Coldplay, he loves to connect with local performers, and Gordy found herself in a room, you know, with 5 or 6 local artists in Melbourne, and apparently Chris Martin said, "Oh, you know, so which one of you, you know, is there a Gordy here?" And Sophie Gordy puts their hand up and says, "Oh, you know, that's me." And he says, "Oh, you know, I love your work," and then proceeded to invite her to perform for him on piano. Did you cop that? Did you see that story this week?
I did see that story, and I think there should be more of it within the international touring community, you know, like it's people just fly in and fly out. But Chris obviously knows what's what, and he's really concerned about giving a little bit back to the local community. And apparently he was across Gordy for that actual visit. He'd already said to her online, I think, in a message or maybe a comment on one of her tracks, "This made me cry." And so I think there was already some feeling, you know, they were going to meet up and creatively collaborate or something. So I just think it's wonderful. So nice. And what a weird day that would have been for Sophie, for Gordy. Like, hello, Martin wants to see you now.
Yeah. And you know, she continued to post about it, as you would, on her own social media. Mm-hmm. She's been talking about, you know, I'm just still coming to terms with the fact that Chris Martin said this song made him cry. Spicks and Specks is the show that we're talking about. Myf Warhurst is with us. Broad Radio is where you've got your ears. Fierce is the name of this program. Tracee Hutchison is my name. And Myf, I think we all grew up as well watching Countdown, which was the precursor in many ways to the shows like Spicks, and Countdown turning 50 this weekend. Can you remember the first time you ever watched Countdown on a Sunday night?
Oh, gosh. Well, the thing is, I'm 51, so I wasn't even born when it started. I was a year away, but I had older brothers, so 3 older brothers who all loved music and religiously watched Countdown on a Sunday night. So I think I took it all in by osmosis, and I just loved it. So from a very early age, and I don't know if this is actually my memory. I doubt it because I was too young, about 3 or 4. And apparently this, because my family saw this happen, I say I remember, but I don't think I do. But apparently I got up out of the brown vinyl beanbag that, you know, was in every lounge room in the 70s. And apparently I walked towards the television because the telly was always in the corner of the room, and it was your portal to the wider world, and Countdown was on, and it was all very exciting. I got up and kissed the television when Daryl Braithwaite was singing with Sherbet, singing "How's That?"
Well,
so that's my earliest so-called memory. But I remember being terrified of AC/DC's Jailbreak, that clip that Countdown put together with all the bombs going off, and there's all sorts of sort of very early memories because I really did watch it from birth, I think.
Thank you for sharing, Myf. I might overshare because the Daryl Braithwaite share is one that I indeed share. I didn't actually kiss the telly. I did, as a young girl, have a poster of Daryl Braithwaite right at the side of my bed, and I would kiss it every night before I went to sleep. There you go.
Oh, that's so
we all loved Daryl.
Well, he looked amazing. Now I look back, he had those satin pants on, and then he wore this satin jacket with no shirt underneath, and had the lapels that would like take out your eye or rudder a small boat if you chose. But he was amazing. And you know, someone like Daryl's had a career resurgence numerous times. And I think it's important that we support those artists at all stages of their careers.
Live big. Live broad.
Broad Radio.
Download the Broad Radio app now to listen.